The Marvels.
The Marvels.
This movie has been out in the ether for a very long time. Finally, it comes out. And it's got, of course, some problems here and there. Different things as far as like people hating it, people loving it. I don't know. I have my thoughts. Mike had his thoughts. Mike, I'm very curious. I have not asked you. I didn't text you. Nothing. I do not know what you think of this movie.
Yeah. It's a good movie.
There you go. It's a good movie. All right. Yeah, that's right.
Way better than Secret Invasion.
It's everything is.
Way better than Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Way better than Guardians.
Better than Ant-Man: Quantumania.
Yes. It was just good and like, okay.
On par with Shang-Chi, maybe.
Yeah, I think Shang-Chi's better. Okay, but here's the deal. Is this movie a typical Marvel movie? Absolutely. So
yes.
If you've seen Marvel movies, you've seen this one.
Yeah, roughly follows the formula, but it does a better job of it.
Yeah, and also if you're a fan of the MCU, this movie's for you. If you like Marvel movies and you like Miss Marvel, you like Captain Marvel, and you enjoy WandaVision, and
do you like Nick Fury?
You like Nick Fury?
Yeah.
Do you like everything? Like, I mean, yeah. If you like Marvel movies, there's no reason not to like this movie because
do you like it's for long, pointless acronyms?
Yeah,
this movie's for you.
Yeah. And like we were going to talk about some of the problems as far as the box office and some of the backlash, but I don't really want to go into that right now. I kind of want to just give some good shout outs. So I want to shout out Brie Larson, Tiana Paris. I think people think that Amon Villini sold the show. I don't think so, man. I think Tiana Paris as Monica Rambeau did a fantastic job. I really do think that Monica Rambeau might be my favorite MCU character right now, and Tiana Paris really nailed it. I don't know how you feel about it.
She did a good job. I still think probably Kamala Khan was the star of the movie.
Yeah, we can go back and forth, but I just enjoy Tiana Paris's. Tiana Paris just when she was doing her role felt like she really wanted to do it. She just felt like I love doing this, and I felt like Brie Larson had a good time. But I think Amon Villini also really enjoyed it. But I feel like Tiana Paris was like, I really enjoy doing this. Like I am having a great time. Also too, like Zoe Austin as Da Ben. Da Ben is in the comics is nothing, so it's really interesting to see Da Ben.
The name is from the comics, but the character is really a nothing.
Yeah, 100%. Like nobody cares about this character.
Okay.
But I think
were they the leader of the Kree?
No, it was a lot. So you have questions about this stuff, right? We'll handle that stuff later.
Okay, all right, we can get into it later.
Yeah, but like, I mean, okay, shout out to Sanabi Scroff, Mahan Kapar, and Zaga Shakif as the Khan family. They were
I was like, who are you talking about? I was like, okay.
The Khan family. Without them, we couldn't have had this movie. It's like they were so good. All three of them did a fantastic job. The funniest part was when Amir Khan was praying in the spaceship that was going down to the planet. And Samuel Jackson, are you praying? And he's like, yeah. And Nick Fury's like, don't stop. We need all the help we can get.
And Nick Fury throws in a couple of amens here and there. Yeah.
I mean, it just felt we got the cats eating people because they have to. We've got so many. We got the singing scene with the weird princess and everything else. I mean, there's so much about this movie that's fun. And listen, that's the end of it. This movie's fun. Like when I went to the theater, I was sitting next to two people. There was a little kid and then a woman and her husband, I think. We were all sitting there watching it. And I was kind of like skeptical. Like, I think I was ready to not like this movie because of all the different things I saw online. Mm-hmm. But then the woman next to me laughed. Like something happened and she laughed. And I was like, that was funny. And then it happened again and we both laughed. And I was like, I'm having a good time. Like halfway through, I was like, I don't know what my problem is. This is fun. This is a fun movie. Like I don't know why I'm so grumpy right now. This woman's having a great time watching this. I just laughed at two jokes. It's like, yeah, this is fun. Yeah.
And it was short.
Yes.
It wasn't 3 hours long.
I got in and out. I got into the theater at 11. I got out of the theater at 1. So yeah, 2 hours done.
Right
out. Perfect. Anyway, Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it a lot. It was a good movie. It was fun, funny, had some good action scenes. Had a little bit of a Beastie Boys song in it, so you can't go wrong there. All three of the main actors were great. I thought Brie Larson was really good. Tiana Paris did a great job. Iman Vellani, I think, was the highlight again. My wife was actually she was annoyed. She thought Kamala Khan was a little over the top, and I was like, well, she just became a superhero like last week.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, now she's teamed up with like her hero.
Yeah.
So she's gonna be over the top. And my wife's like, oh, okay, I thought she had been doing it for longer than that. And, I was like, no, this is like, she was a superhero last week.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie picks up the second that the Miss Marvel TV show ends.
Yeah, and too, it's like, there's a scene where like Kamala Khan is looking at Captain Marvel doing her thing, and she says, "Oh, Captain, my captain," and then like
right.
Rambo looks over at her like, "What is your problem?"
Like crazy, like side eye, yeah,
that's a lot of good side eye work here. But as far as the chemistry, those three characters had a lot of chemistry. My favorite part was when Brie Larson is a princess dancing with the prince.
Right.
And Kamala Khan and Monica Rambeau are kind of like dancing, kind of like about on the side. It's like it was just fun. They were having a good time doing this. The characters seemed like they really like felt right. It was just fun. And I thought it worked well, 100%. Did you take your whole family to see it?
No, it was just my wife and I.
What'd your wife think?
She liked it. Yeah, really good. Awesome. She said this might get her back into Marvel movies. She's been checked out a little bit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Do I need to do a big plot synopsis for this whole thing?
I think you do. Yeah.
How do I even start? Okay. Well, okay. So, all right. So, if people don't remember, and okay,
I'll get you started.
No. I got it.
Okay.
If people don't remember, Kamala Khan finds a bangle that her grandmother gave her. Long story short, if you want to know more,
she gave it to her in the mail.
Yeah, if you want to know more, watch Miss Marvel. But when Kamala Khan puts the bangle on, she has superpowers. She can manipulate light, and she manipulate light. And now, Mike, I want you to remember when we did Miss Marvel. Okay.
Yeah.
Did I not say that the bangle could be a quantum band?
I don't know, dude.
I did.
You probably did.
I said that. I said I do not want to speculate. I do not want to overhype this, but the way this band is acting, it could be a quantum band. And
now, what is a quantum band?
The quantum bands are bands created by who knows what that are immensely powerful.
Okay.
A guy named Kate Quasar.
Named Kate Quasar?
No, his name's not Quasar. His name's he has a weird name. I keep forgetting it.
Okay.
But people throughout the Marvel history in the comics had the band. But the band would do a certain couple things here and there, but nobody really knew how to control them. And then a guy who was like laid back and didn't want to be a hero got the bands, and he ended up realizing that if you try to make the bands work, they'll kill you. But if you just let the bands exist on you, then they'll work. And at first, the bands gave him the ability to manipulate light, sort of like the Green Lantern, where he can make like hard light things. But over time, people realized that the bands were far more powerful than that. And so the bands that you see, the band that Kamala has is one quantum band, and the other one Dar-Benn found. So the quantum bands, they are as powerful as the movie implied. So it's really kind of cool to see that we finally got the quantum bands on the TV. That's actually kind of neat. So anyway,
okay.
So Miss Marvel has a
quantum
band. There you go. What?
So there you go. You get your quantum band.
Yeah, I did. I was very excited. So and then Captain Marvel, we know at the end of Captain Marvel the movie,
in this movie they say that the quantum bands created the jump zones.
That could be true. The quantum bands were used to create a lot of different things, and they can make jump zones. So yeah, that could be true, 100%.
Okay.
So what else? So Miss Marvel left at the end of Captain Marvel to find the Skrulls a home and to destroy.
Turns out, not a total failure.
No, she actually did find them a home. She found some of them a home.
Unlike Secret Invasion led us to believe.
Yeah, so yeah, I don't know if Secret Invasion writers and the Marvels writers were talking, and that's fine because the Secret Invasion writers sucked. So get them out.
Yeah, they were horrible.
Yeah, but anyway, so Miss Marvel.
Well, let's not blame the writers.
I gotta get through this.
Maybe
recap.
Some of the writers did a good job, but somebody at Marvel royally messed up that shit.
I gotta get through this recap.
All right, sorry. All
right, so Miss Marvel at the end of Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel went to Hala, which is the home of the Kree, destroyed the Supreme Intelligence, and then it created a Kree civil war that ruined their environment and destroyed their sun. So
I felt like I needed more background on that because I'm like, how does Carol Danvers destroying the AI result in their planet air being polluted, complete drought, there's no water left on the planet, and their sun's dying?
I think it was just the war just... Well, first of all, the Supreme Intelligence controlled everything. So maybe, and this is just me theory crafting, maybe after it was destroyed, there was no way to control the environment of the planet anymore. Everything just kind of went to hell. That's my guess. I don't know. They don't explain that. And they don't explain a lot of things, which we'll get to soon.
Yeah, okay.
So
that was my guess too, is like somehow the AI was propping up all that stuff, but it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah. But the thing is, there were two questions about Captain Marvel. One, where has she been? And two, what happened to the Skrulls? And the movie answers...
Yeah, the movie answers both of those. Yeah, does a good job.
Yeah, because Captain Marvel did not...
She's been doing a lot.
Yeah, she didn't want to go back to Earth because of what happened. And it's interesting how the Kree call her the Annihilator. The term Annihilator comes from the comics, the Annihilation War. And it's a long story. I don't want to get into that, but
is Captain Marvel involved in the Annihilation War?
Sort of. Again, I don't want to get into it because we'll be talking about it all day.
Are the Kree involved?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, all right.
So, what's it called? If you liked Miss Marvel, I'm sorry, I keep saying Miss Marvel. If you like the Marvels, pick up the Annihilation comics. They're really fun to read. Anyway, and then we have Monica Rambeau, who got superpowers from hanging out with Wanda Maximoff too long, and she started working for Saber in space with Nick Fury.
They did a pretty good job of like blending these three characters from very different other properties. So like Captain Marvel, of course, comes from the Captain Marvel movie. You've got Monica Rambeau that comes. She's a side character in the WandaVision show. And then you've got Kamala Khan, who's the main character of her own show.
Yeah.
So you've got one movie, a side character, and a main character from TV now blended together in this movie, and it's pretty seamless, actually.
It feels like it works very well.
And you didn't need to watch any of those three to enjoy this.
No, but you
got just enough of a introduction for Monica Rambeau and Kamala Khan as you needed.
Yeah, but I'll get to that.
Of course, it would have been better,
at
least watching the last episode of Miss Marvel before watching this movie. But I think they did a good job where you can just go into this movie and enjoy it.
Yeah, I haven't even started recapping the movie. Have you realized that?
No, I forgot. Okay, good. Yeah.
I've just introduced the three characters.
Right, okay. Please continue.
Okay. All right, so Dar-Benn is a Kree soldier. She is actually one of the Kree accusers. And accuser is sort of like a big cop. So think of her as a big cop. She has the cool hammer. It's called something. I forget what it's called, but it's a hammer. We like to see it.
The universal weapon.
Yeah, the universal weapon is cool.
Is that the same one that the guy had?
They make new ones. They make different ones.
Okay.
So it's a cool hammer though. I like it.
That's cool.
It. Yeah. She finds one of the quantum bands. She finds one of them.
Where? Where did she find that?
On a planet somewhere. I don't know.
So, like, that's not a significant planet or place or anything like that?
No, it's just a planet. It's no big deal.
Okay.
But she uses it to empower herself so she can start opening gates, space gates. I'm going to call them space gates.
Jump ports?
Jump ports.
She starts opening...
I don't know.
Jump points. I think is what
she
they call
starts
them.
opening jump points in different places, which causes havoc. And then
I think that's a Mario Kart reference.
maybe I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Captain Marvel touches it. Kamala Khan is wearing a quantum band, and then Monica Rambeau touches a gate, and their powers become entangled, which means whenever they use it's not
they have to use their powers at the same time, and then they switch places.
Exactly. So if they use their powers at the same time, they switch places, which is pretty cool because it doesn't happen all the time, but it will happen if they use the powers at the same time.
So technically, noticing that your bangle is glowing and kind of shaking your hand counts as using your powers.
Yeah, I would say that. I mean, it's a really smart plot. It's a really smart idea. And having them entangled means they all have to stick together. And the first 20 minutes...
And some pretty cool fight scenes. Pretty cool fight scenes, too. Yeah.
And it's like, them being entangled just causes chaos. Like, the first 20 minutes is them just trying to figure out how they're going to exist together, you know?
I like their training montage.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I liked when Captain Marvel went into space. No, I liked how when Kamala Harris...
The training montage is where we hear the Beastie Boys song, by the way.
So the scene I liked the best was when they're in the house, Kamala Khan switches with Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel flies in space, and then they switch again, and then Kamala Harris is falling down from space.
Kamala Khan, I'm sorry.
You
said our vice president's name. Yes.
Yeah, that would have been even better. No, I like our vice president. Anyway, Kamala Khan's falling from space, and they had to figure out how to save her. Really good scene. I like that a lot.
That was pretty good.
Man,
Turns out she didn't really need saving. She could have saved herself.
Samuel L. Jackson really pulled some cool lines, like that when Captain Marvel appeared and landed. Nick Fury's like, oh, it's cool. It's just Carol, you know. It's like
right.
He really pulled some cool lines off. But no, the
really kind of resurrected his image after that horrible TV show.
We gotta stop with the Secret Invasion hate. I know we both hate it, but we just gotta let it go. It was traumatic for both of us.
I'm still scarred.
We can't keep going back to it. All right, so now they're all...
Now, we're going to have to talk about it a little bit more during this episode, but keep going.
No, we don't. There's nothing to talk about.
We do. Keep going.
Oh, my God. Okay, so anyway, now they're entangled. They're in space, and they realize that they have to stop Dar-Benn. Dar-Benn already goes to a squirrel a refugee camp. She destroys it, which is crazy. And then we get a really weird, surprising cameo by Valkyrie. Like, she just shows up using the Bifrost. One, how does she use the Bifrost? Did they fix the Bifrost? And then two, like...
But what are you talking about? What's wrong with the Bifrost?
The Bifrost, someone has to control the Bifrost to send her places. At the end of Thor Love and Thunder, no one was controlling the Bifrost. The only person who could control the Bifrost was the person who had the Stormbreaker. And as far as we know, the only person who has Stormbreaker is Thor and his weird adopted kid.
I think they could fix that.
Okay, it's a plot, but it's plot. Okay, I got a new segment for us throughout this episode. It's called Hanging Plot Lines. Okay. Like,
do rainbows exist? Do rainbows exist?
Plot holes. Yeah, rainbows exist.
Okay, you can't stop the rainbows, right?
All right.
They're always going to... Bifrost. You can't stop the Bifrost.
Plot hole number one. Valkyrie and the Bifrost. There you go. Now, let's continue. I don't know why...
Who?
Valkyrie.
Oh.
Why is she even in this?
Well, apparently she's got a bunch of Skrull living with her on Asgard now.
I get, but we have Skrulls living on Earth anyway because Secret Invasion. But
now they're on Asgard apparently.
Anyway,
wherever
what's
that
her
is.
name? What's the actress's name that plays her? I got it. Don't even worry about it. I'm right here.
Okay, she's not listed in the top cast. She must be uncredited.
She must have came at the last minute. It's Tessa Thompson.
I will say her entrance maybe seemed like the least good visual effect of the movie.
It was definitely shoehorned in, but do you know how much money it probably cost Tessa Thompson to be on set to film that? Or anywhere to film that? It cost them a cool $1 million. You know?
Yeah.
You just
Well, her and Brie Larson had to be in physical contact with each other.
Yeah. So
So
I don't know why that reshoot happened. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's a reshoot, but Tessa Thompson.
that seems like maybe a Kevin Feige thing. Hey, I need the Skrull to be in Asgard.
Well, I also think that
add that to the Marvels.
But I also think that the some of the trailers that said, "Hey, I called for backup," and we thought it could be Thor, something like that, but it ended up just being Tessa Thompson as Valkyrie.
Well, I think you called that it was going to be Valkyrie, right?
Yeah, I did, and but I hope they didn't do that just to get people into the theaters because it wasn't enough to do.
Yeah, I mean, she's there for 30 seconds.
Very odd. Anyway, and so now the Skrulls are wherever they are.
Well, it also hinted at a romantic relationship between Carol Danvers and Valkyrie. Again.
No, dude, no, man, no, don't confuse intimacy with sexuality. Come on, get out of here. Okay, they were just friends. Okay, they're not kissing. Don't. I don't want to go to your house and see some fan fiction written on a notebook.
They touched hands in a.
Come on, man. Come on.
Don't. Some way.
Yeah, they're friends.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't you go online, Mike, and type in Valkyrie Captain Marvel lovers? Look at what you find. I guarantee you
won't
don't want
to do that.
Yeah, you won't do it. I guarantee you
don't want to do that.
It's
I don't
not
want
good.
to do that. Yeah.
And to be clear to all the listeners, never type in blank and blank lovers in the internet.
Yeah, don't do that. Right,
it's bad. You will see some bad stuff.
Yeah, you don't want to see that. You can't unsee that stuff.
Oh, good Lord. The internet's worse. Okay, now, the three main characters are on the same ship together. They realize they're entangled. And we get a couple cool scenes that answer some questions. So we get Monica. So Monica has beef.
This is the best recap you've ever done. I just want to say that. Keep going.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So Monica has beef with Carol because Carol left and never came back. And Carol doesn't want to say why she never came back. And so Monica doesn't understand. And so they have beef, which is fine.
Right.
And then you got Kamala Khan, who's just young and loves Captain Marvel and doesn't know what to do with that energy.
And Carol really wants to reconnect with Monica, but Monica's like kind of...
Wouldn't you be? I would be too.
Yeah.
Been 30 years, you know?
Yeah.
But then we realized...
Although I bet for Carol it hasn't been, because she's probably been doing some like faster than light travel or light travel, and so...
But yeah, I don't want to get into that. But
she hasn't aged much, let's say that.
I think her powers stop her from aging, but they don't say. Anyway, Listen, this is a big one. This is a big one. Okay, we learn because they have to share their brains for some weird reason. We learned that Captain Marvel actually came back to Earth and hung out there during the 5-year blip. She actually came to Earth after Thanos snapped. And hung out with her mom. And
what's her name?
I forget her mom's name.
Captain Rambeau.
Yeah, but what's her first name?
I don't know.
What is her first name? Did they ever tell us?
I feel like they did, but I don't know.
We're just going to call her Mom Rambeau. And
Mom Rambeau.
That was we've talked about this before. Why didn't Captain Marvel ever come back? And we realized she did for a small amount of time. And the fact that, Mom Rambeau had cancer, she beat it, and then she had cancer again. And all the while, Monica Rambeau was gone because of the blip. Wow, that helped answer a lot of questions. Yeah,
that's wild stuff. Yep.
I thought it was well done. Because I always felt that Captain Marvel and Mom Rambeau didn't have a good relationship because she left, but we realized, you know what, they did. It answers the question about the cat. What's the cat's name?
The Flarkin. I don't know.
Yeah, what's his name?
I don't know. It's a cat.
It's a goat?
It's a cat.
The cat has a name.
I don't know, dude. You know what my cat's name was?
What?
Cat.
I appreciate that. But we've seen it starts with a G.
George?
No, come on, help me out. Google it.
It's a Flarkin. So
anyway, we realized that the cat was there and that Captain Marvel took the cat, so it's fine. But that helps answer a lot of questions, and that was a first step.
What was it? Was there some significance to the cat that you were trying to bring up? Because
I was trying to, but I can't. What's the cat's name? It's driving me crazy.
Dude, I don't know.
I got it. No, I got it. It's fine. Hang on. Captain Marvel cat.
I didn't even know the cat had a name.
Goose.
Goose. Okay, yeah, you're right.
You knew
It's
that.
Goose. I did know that it had a name.
Anyway.
Now that you say its name, I remember that it had a name.
Anyway. So now we get some answers about the relationship.
I'm really allergic to cats.
Okay. We get some answers between Monica Rambeau, Mom Rambeau, and Captain Marvel. We get some answers, which is fine. Okay, which is good.
Goose is pregnant, by the way.
Yeah, we don't know that. But okay, for Goose being pregnant, doesn't Goose have to have sex with another Flurkin? So when did that happen?
You don't know how Flurkins reproduce. It could be asexual reproduction.
That's true. I hope it is asexual reproduction.
Yeah.
And so anyway, then the Marvels realize that that Dar-Benn is getting resources, and so they're going to go to a world that has like water, and so they go to a different planet to get water.
Yeah, so she needs to get all the elements. She needs water.
Yeah.
Fire.
She is,
air.
Yeah. So this is important, and I hope people didn't miss this. They actually travel using the time gates to a different galaxy. In the Marvel comics, different galaxies are full of different, are controlled by different alien races. Like the Kree actually control the galaxy they went to. I forget what the name of it is. The Skrulls used to control the Andromeda galaxy, and the Milky Way galaxy is technically controlled by a different group of people, not humans.
The people in Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
No, not them.
Not the police people in that one?
No, that you talking about the Nova Corps? No.
Yeah, Nova Corps. They don't. Okay.
No, that's a whole different. Anyway, so I thought that was really cool. I thought that was really cool. Anyway, they go to the planet, and it turns out that Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, is actually a princess on this planet, and they are.
Hey, are all these planet names in this movie? Are they from the comics?
Yes, and like I didn't have.
What's this one called? Is it Alanda?
Yeah, it's definitely in the comics, but I don't have time to look at all that stuff.
Okay.
I
thought they were making a play on Atlanta.
No. It's from the comics, and in fact, the Prince Jan is from the comics too. Prince Jan is from the comics. Emperor Drojan is from the comics. All this stuff is from the comics. Dar-Benn is from the comics.
Who's Emperor Droja?
He was the Skrull Emperor.
Okay.
He's from the comics. Dar-Benn actually is from the comics, but in the comics, Dar-Benn was a captain who kills the Emperor of Kree, but then he gets killed. It's a long story, but he's only in the comics for like 5 seconds, so it's not worth talking about.
Is Prince Jan prince of a planet that sings as their main
I don't know about the
language?
Singing. I don't know about the singing, but he's definitely a prince of a planet.
Is it like 99% water?
No, I don't think so. You gotta remember that the MCU takes inspiration from the Marvel comics, but doesn't do a complete one-to-one translation.
Okay.
Anyway,
so apparently, Seo Joon Park is he's like a famous Korean TV show actor. Apparently,
very handsome.
My wife recognized him. I thought he was a member of the BTS group at first, but apparently not.
Very handsome. And so there's a scene where
maybe we need to update the handsomest characters in the MCU.
No, he's not that handsome.
Okay. All right.
We get a scene where there's a lot of singing. It's kind of fun.
I liked it.
Yeah, I did too. And then we get some fighting because the Kree show up and they start.
My wife did not like the water world. She thought the singing was dumb.
Okay, that's fair. We get a lot of fighting. We have a really cool action scene with Captain Marvel, Monica Rambeau, and Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel. It's a pretty good fight scene. I think Miss Marvel, Kamala Khan's character, she's really doing the superhero thing, man. She was in there fighting hard.
Yeah,
you know.
I like that scarf action.
Yeah,
that's a nice scarf.
The scarf action was cool, but also just her using her light abilities was really good. You know, she's not afraid. You know, she's like, I'm going to do this, which was great. So there's a big fight scene. They some of the water starts getting stolen. And then Dar-Benn realizes that Kamala Khan has the second bangle, which is a problem. which we all knew was going to happen.
Right.
And then there's a heartfelt moment between the three, but about Karen and realize that Captain Marvel doesn't want to go to Earth because she's the Annihilator, blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. Blah, blah, it's fine. I really like the fight scene though. I think again, I can't really articulate how much fun I had watching Monica Rambeau on screen. She's such an interesting character in the comics, and it was really cool to see her on screen.
Okay.
And just to be clear, in the comics, she has 3 different code names, and so she never really. It's a kind of a running joke that she can't figure out what her name is.
Well,
she's been called Captain Marvel.
Here, yeah.
She's been called Captain Marvel. She's been called Spectrum. She's been called Photon. I like Photon the best, but I think Spectrum is actually really good too. But anyway, and then they realize that the Kree are going to go to Earth to take the sun, and they head to Earth. They get to the spaceship. We realize that the cat Goose is pregnant. There's flurkins all over the place. They have to.
Those eggs were gross.
Yeah, they have to evacuate. They have to evacuate the space station because it's getting damaged. They realize that they realize they can get the flurkins to eat people, and then put the flurkins in pods and get them to the planet.
Do you remember why they had to evacuate?
The ship was damaged.
Why?
It was just getting damaged. I don't know. It was just damaged.
Okay, because I thought at first that those eggs were damaging it, but I guess it was something else.
Well, yeah, the Kree show up and open the gate, and it causes some space-time stuff, so it's good. Problem.
Okay.
And then the Marvels decide to battle Dar-Benn in the final fight scene, which was pretty good.
Yeah.
For some reason, Captain Marvel makes a deal to go to Kree-Lar and reignite the sun, which I thought was nice. But then Dar-Benn goes back on the deal, almost kills Kamala Khan, takes the gauntlet, puts it on, kills herself, and opens a rift in space-time. And we see a different universe. And
different multiverse, right?
Yes, a multiverse. So we did a different universe. Yeah. Then Monica Rambeau's like, hey, shoot me up with your energy. And she goes into it and she heals it up. But there's a plot hole number 2. Mike, do you
What are you talking about?
Okay. So when Dar-Benn explodes and it causes a rip in space-time, Captain Marvel is hurt and she's floating and the Bangles are floating. Who grabs them and pulls them back?
I assume Captain Marvel.
No, there was a big glowing hand. Do you know that hand was?
Oh, Kamala Khan.
How is she using her powers without the band?
Oh, she doesn't need it. She's a mutant.
Yeah, but okay, why?
The band just kind of like amplifies stuff.
Okay, that was actually pretty easy. That's actually pretty good, Mike.
Yeah, she's a mutant.
We all know that. You want to say it again?
She's a mutant.
There you go. So then, Monica Rambeau does a sacrifice play. She sacrifices herself to close the space-time gap, and she's gone. We all saw that coming. And that's where the fun. And I said this on Mastodon. The first 75% of the movie is great and fun. The last 25% feels shoehorned and this is how it is. I mean,
it's a little sudden.
It's not always sudden, it's canned. We've seen this before. Sacrifice yourself to save the galaxy. We've seen that. It's like, so silly.
Well, like, I was surprised that Kamala Khan and Carol Danvers were surprised.
By what? Her doing that?
By her not coming back through. Like, I thought, like, she told them, hey, I'm going to fix it from the other side.
Yeah, but then I think Captain Marvel thought she would come through before it closed, and of course she didn't do that.
Yeah, I'm just surprised they were surprised.
Yeah, me too. And you know what? It's sad.
I mean, I get it that they want to rescue their friend, but
here's what makes me sad. Like, I like them together. You know, I think we all did.
I mean,
and now they're not. And it's just like, ugh. You know,
they might be again
one day. Yeah, I guess so. But then, Mikey, help me out here. They go to Louisiana, and I guess Captain Marvel is moving in to Monica's house.
Yeah, Captain Marvel's house was destroyed. Monica Rambeau isn't there to take care of her house.
No. Miss Marvel's house was destroyed.
Yeah, that's what I said, didn't I?
No, you said Captain Marvel.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Miss Marvel's house was destroyed. Monica isn't there to take care of her house anymore, so I think Nick Fury kind of arranges, hey, why don't y'all live here?
But
take care of her house.
But Kamala Khan needs to be in New York and New Jersey. That's what she's a super. She can't be a superhero in Louisiana.
Well, she is in New York at the end of this.
Yeah, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
And so, like, did you see that Captain Marvel was wearing the other bangle?
I did not. I was wondering,
Yeah,
because I was like, I was expecting Kamala Khan to come back and kind of show her parents, hey, look, I've got both bangles now.
No, Captain Marvel's wearing the other one.
Captain Marvel's were interesting. Okay, what do you think that means?
It doesn't mean much of anything. The bangles are very powerful, though, so I'm not sure. I think they're going to just go take care of them. But
maybe they want to keep them separated.
Yeah, but at some point, if you want to bring on Quasar, somebody's going to have to take the
Who's
bangles. Like,
Quasar?
Mm-hmm.
Who's Quasar?
Quasar is the superhero who wears the bangles.
Both bangles.
Bands. Yeah. So we'll see how it works.
Is Quasar an evolution of Captain Marvel, or
no? Quasar is his own character.
Okay.
We'll see. I don't know if they'll go and do Quasar, but it'd be fun if they did.
Interesting. Okay.
So Captain Marvel has the first bangle. Miss Marvel.
That's
has
interesting. So that's a good sign. I like that Captain Marvel has the other bangle.
Yeah.
Because that makes me think that we'll see Brie Larson in another Marvel movie.
Well, we'll go talk about that in a second.
Okay.
Calm down.
Right.
Okay, and then we get.
I like Brie Larson. I like her.
Then we get a little tease. We go to Kate Bishop's apartment in New York, and this is fun. This is just fun. Miss Marvel's like, using the same line that Samuel L. Jackson used on Iron Man in the first Iron Man movie.
Right.
I thought it was really well done. I thought it was smart.
Yeah.
I'm assembling a team. She says, please. Kate Bishop smiles. I mean,
I like that Kate Bishop's like, I'm 23.
Yeah, I'm not a young Avenger. I'm 23. That was fun.
Yeah.
I think that this is a good, smart thing for them to do. I think it is fine. I am concerned, of course, but we'll just
they name check Ant-Man's daughter.
Yeah, we'll just see how it plays out. Let's see how it plays out before we do.
So what are they doing? They're doing a youngish Avengers.
Well, I mean, to Kate Bishop's credit, she says she's 23, so calling them young Avengers doesn't really fit. I mean, it doesn't fit for me. I think new Avengers could work. I think Avengers could work. Everybody's going to want an Avengers movie at some point, so I don't like the term young Avengers. I never have, because who cares? Like, Spider-Man was 16 when he joined the Avengers. I think Spider-Man was 16 when he became Spider-Man. So but I do think that Marvel,
the new Avengers could be good.
I think the MCU and Marvel and Disney are trying to refreshen all this stuff up, and this is going back to what we saw with Loki.
Ooh, how about the fresh Avengers?
No, absolutely not. It's hopeful. We'll have to wait and see what they do. But it's hopeful. It's fun. But again, it felt kind of shoehorned in, but it's fine. And then
I liked it.
We get a post-credit scene where Monica is alive, thank God. And
mid-credit scene.
She sees her mother, but it's not her mother. It is actually the character Binary, which I'll talk about in a second. I know you're curious. We see the Beast, voiced by Kelsey Grammer, which is great. They're in the X-Men somewhere, and at the end...
Well, not just voice, played by Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
Yeah, but CGI.
It's his face, though.
But it's CGI, all of it's CGI.
Right.
And then we realize that Monica is in a different
Kelsey
universe.
didn't beef up for that role?
No. And then we realize Monica is in a different universe. Now, before you ask, Binary is the name of at one point, Captain Marvel became so powerful, she called herself Binary. And then that went away over time. Now, there was a second character called Binary that was separate from Captain Marvel, but she died, and it was a short-lived thing called Binary.
Now, how do you know this character's called Binary?
Because of her outfit.
Okay.
And because Kelsey Grammer, the Beast, calls her Binary. She says,
Binary
found you.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know what they're going to do with the Binary thing. And even Binary hanging out with the X-Men is a little off.
I was about to ask you, is Binary a member of the X-Men?
No, she's not. But from a comic book standpoint, it's not that weird for superheroes just to hang out with each other. So like that wouldn't be too strange. Are we in the Fox X-Men universe at the end? I don't know. I don't know where Monica Rambeau is. So
I mean, it seems like it.
we don't know, and I don't want to do a bunch of theory crafting because it's pointless. We don't know what's going to happen. So just let's accept what we saw and be done with it. But
Here's my question, though.
Do you have a bunch of questions, though, right?
Well, I've got one question about this.
Go ahead.
Okay. We've known X-Men is coming for a while, right?
Yeah.
Are we actually getting the Fox X-Men cast?
No, of course not. You know what's money?
Because we're getting Hugh Jackman and we're getting Kelsey Grammer.
You got Kelsey Grammer for a minute,
and we got Patrick Stewart.
You got him for a couple minutes in Doctor Strange 2. Listen.
But one is going to be like the co-star of the movie next year.
I need you to calm down.
I'm not excited. I'm just asking a question. It seems weird to me. I would expect X-Men coming as a new cast.
No, yeah, like listen, this was not done well. Like the post credit scene was not done well. I think it was a big.
What do you mean not done well? I thought it was done well.
It was mistaken multiple avenues.
Okay.
It asks too many questions. It brings up some weird scenarios and gets people to think. But it's not. There could have been many different things they could have done. This was not done well at all, and I thought
it was. What would you have done instead?
I don't know. I would have had.
You want to introduce the X-Men? How do you do it?
Okay. Let me think. Can you give me a second to think?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't have a lot of time. I would have had Monica Rambeau wake up in a room like that. I would have had an old guy, with gray hair, say, "Hey, you're here. You're safe." And then she would be like, "Hey, where am I?" He was like, "You're on my home. You're in asteroid M, that circle like asteroid M." And then we would have found out it was Magneto. That would have been awesome. That would have been cool. That would have been awesome, right? I just made that up. It took me 30 seconds.
Who would you have cast? Would you have cast Ian McKellen as Magneto in this, or
no? I would have casted somebody new so they can be Magneto in the new movies.
Okay.
And then that would have been awesome. And like I would have shown him like manipulate metal and be like, my name is Magneto. And that would have been awesome. But
that would have been good.
Whatever.
I'm just curious. It seems weird. It's like I guess we're going to get the Fox cast for at least a little while.
No, that's too much money. They don't have that much money. They don't want to spend it. And
why are they doing it?
And the cast doesn't want to do it.
Why are they doing it?
I don't know. I can't tell you. That's why I said
this is not how I imagined X-Men coming, but.
And Mike, to be clear, this is in a different universe, so it's not even in the.
Yeah, it's a different multiverse. Yeah.
So it's like now we still have this multiverse saga crap. I thought we were going to get done with that. So anyway,
well, that's part of the.
I'm tired.
That's part of that Variety article. I don't really know how. I think it's Kevin Feige's spread too thin. Who knows?
I want to be clear though. I liked 80% of this movie. The 20% that they at the end, I did not like. I did not like the post-credit scene. I didn't like how it ended. But the rest of the movie, I had a good time watching.
I liked how it ended. But you didn't like seeing Hawkeye?
That was fine. It was fine. But my favorite part was watching them be teammates and doing this adventure stuff.
Yeah, that was good.
That's what I liked. So
that was 90% of the movie.
Yeah. All right. You got questions?
Yeah, I got some questions.
Go for it.
Let's see. You've already answered a lot of the questions. Okay, yeah. What's Saber for?
It protects. It's like protects the planet from space threats.
What?
Yeah.
Like, what's he doing up there? I don't get it.
We learned that already. He's up there protecting the planet from space threats.
Just space threats in general.
Yeah, space threats.
I mean, there's no weapon system on that thing.
No, but it's good to have it. Okay, like it sounded to me like he was up there coordinating not just stuff on the Earth, but space threats throughout the galaxy. So there's space threats. I have no problem with Saber. I like Saber. It's fine.
I mean, I still would like to know what it's for.
It's a space station. It does space station stuff. Next question.
Like, it can't move. It doesn't
Who can't
seem.
move? What?
It doesn't move. It's stationary. It's in a geostationary orbit.
Correct.
Okay, yeah.
Next question.
How do jump points work? They look pretty cool. I like it when they're jumping through a bunch of jump points at once.
You've seen these before.
Yeah, where did we see them before? In Guardians of the Galaxy, right?
You saw them in Captain Marvel, Guardian of the Galaxy. You saw them in Thor. It's pretty consistent. They use them pretty consistent.
They look pretty cool. Yeah, I like them.
Well, I'm glad they started kind of explaining them. But jump points are basically small little wormholes, like little, wormhole type deals that you can kind of jump through.
Right.
Faster than light travel technically isn't possible, but wormholes to travel long distances is possible. Next question.
When do you think this movie takes place? Like, relative to, unfortunately, Secret Invasion and what's the other thing I was thinking of?
Miss Marvel.
No, we know it's immediately after Miss Marvel.
See, that's the thing, Mike.
Loki. Like, Loki, and Secret Invasion.
Okay, so this is a problem.
Yeah.
They kind of insinuated that this was not right at the end of Miss Marvel.
No, it's right at the end of Miss Marvel. Come on. Okay, how they insinuate it's not?
I know that's what you're going to think.
Uh-huh.
However, there was a small montage where she's drawing. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that okay, if this is directly at the end of Miss Marvel,
Which it is, yes. Okay.
That's what you think. That's fine. If it is, then that means that Secret Invasion happened at the same time as Miss Marvel.
I think this movie happened before Secret Invasion.
No.
Talia is in it.
No.
Talia is in it. I see her credited right here. Talia, that's Talos' wife, right?
We didn't see her. We didn't talk to her.
She's in the movie.
No, Talia is a black woman. This isn't her.
No, this is not. This is some kind of a Middle Eastern woman.
This is a different character.
No, that's got to be.
No, it's not.
How many Talias are there in the MCU?
Listen. I'm trying to help. Okay, the time stuff in this movie's bad. And like trying to figure out when it takes place is also bad. It could
all right. So here's another reason why it takes place before Secret Invasion, because Nick Fury's wife is not aboard Saber.
We don't see her.
Yeah, she's not there.
I'm fine with that. If that's what you want to think, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
It doesn't matter anyway.
I mean, I'm fine with Secret Invasion never having happened. That was just a dream.
It did. It happened.
All right. So it happened after this movie. Loki. Do you think Loki season 2 finale was after this movie as well? So the multiverse that we see in this one was fixed by Loki?
I don't think it matters as far as Loki's concerned, because anything that he will have
done... Monica fixed it, so it can't intertwine with our multiverse.
No, I think that was a separate issue.
I'm just saying, Monica, so there's no we're not gonna be having there's no expressway between that multiverse and this multiverse.
No.
The way there was in Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah, no. 3. Yeah. No, that's not gonna happen. No. However, America Chavez could just go to any multiverse she wants to.
Sure.
But that, as far as the timeline for Loki, I don't think it matters because
X-Men are not going to come into this multiverse through that rift because that rift has been sewn back up by Monica Rambeau.
Yeah, no, that's not something to worry about. No.
So how are X-Men coming?
We have no idea.
Yeah.
And like I said, it wasn't done well. I don't think it was done well. Whatever they got planned for X-Men, I don't think it was done very well.
Did you see water in Hala after
Yeah, I saw a little bit, not much.
Not a whole lot.
Mm.
My wife said that there should have been a lot of flooding, probably.
Mm.
But there wasn't. Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm. I think you answered all my other questions, really.
Yay!
Yeah. I would have liked a little bit better explanation of where they found the other the band. Like, where was that? How was it significant? Why was the band there?
Listen, I got a couple things to say.
Okay.
The fact that this movie came out and it wasn't as bad as it could have been is a success.
No, it was a really good movie. And usually I like secrets, but just the fact that they opened up the movie with that, I felt like I could have used some kind of background of like how they found it, why they were there.
There's a lot of plot holes, and
I wouldn't even call it a plot hole. It's just
more stuff, more information.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of how it is. So yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, maybe we'll get something that kind of fixes a lot of stuff, but we don't know. I don't even know the next time we'll see a Marvel movie.
What about you? You got any lingering questions after seeing this?
No, I don't have any questions. I got some statements I'd like to make.
Okay, go ahead.
This movie is getting panned. A lot of people are saying it's bad. Blah 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 blah.
That's a good movie. It's a good movie.
Here's the deal.
Better than average Marvel movie.
Yeah, and here's the deal. Our incel brothers and sisters, well, incel brothers in their mom's basement, don't like this movie for obvious reasons. They tried to destroy Captain Marvel.
There's 3 women in the cast.
There's 3 women in this cast, and I looked around. I don't see a white man in a lead character role. So like you put all those together, and
you know what? I didn't notice that.
Yeah,
as a white man, I did not notice that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because it was fun. But at the end of the day, yeah, this movie's going to get panned regardless, and this is a hard movie.
I don't see the only white man that I see in the top cast is the guy that plays Emperor Droge.
Yeah, that's it.
And you clearly don't notice him as a white
green.
man in the movie.
Yeah. And so this is a hard movie to get people to watch because if you didn't watch Miss Marvel, if you didn't watch WandaVision, then it's going to be hard for you to connect with these people. But if you did see Miss Marvel and you did see WandaVision, this is a hit for you because you finally get some answers and things get worked out. But this movie has a lot of stuff you have to kind of know before you get into it. So that's one thing. And then 2, it's a full women-led cast, which is always going to have problems because Americans are stupid. And that's it. It's hard. But I don't care if this movie makes $1 gazillion. I don't worry about that.
I mean, it's not, none of it's going into my pocket. I don't care.
Yeah, I worry about how it fits in the rest of my comic book collection, right? So all these Marvel properties and movies are just comic books to me. And this one comic book came out called The Marvels. I watched it. I liked it.
It's good.
And that's how I view it. So again, if you like this movie, don't feel defensive and don't get mad that other people don't like it. People don't like a lot of things you don't like, and just don't try not to get too upset about it. Just you enjoy it, you have your fun, and let other people eat rocks. Just don't fret too much about it.
Eat rocks.
Yeah, but if you have a kid who loves Marvel stuff, take him to this movie. It's great. This is a really
that's a good movie.
Kid-friendly movie. Yeah, 100%.
Yep, totally.
Yeah, so have fun. Yeah. You want something if you want a 2-hour movie to watch with your kids, or just go and watch on a rainy Saturday or Sunday or whatever.
Which we did. We watched it on a rainy Saturday. It was perfect.
Yeah, get some popcorn. Yeah, it's fun. And I can't wait for this to go on Disney Plus. I'm going to watch it again.
Small popcorn, small Pepsi. Yep.
Yeah, it's good. Mike, we got to grade this sucker.
I know we do. I'm going to let you go first.
I would give this a B.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Solid B.
Solid B, not B plus. Just a solid
Better
B.
than average. Not A class.
No. Solid B. I feel it was great.
Yeah. Like I'm not gonna rewatch it a ton.
I'll watch it again.
I'll watch it again for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I would actually I would probably watch like Captain Marvel.
I would like to watch Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
The last episode of Miss Marvel, and then this movie.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can do that in a day, no problem.
And to be clear, with Loki ending the way it did and the way this movie wrapped up, a lot of lingering stuff from the MCU is starting to get kind of simmed up. But we are going to have our next podcast is going to be all the loose threads from the MCU, where we kind of go over all the things that need to be wrapped up, and there's a lot, so we'll get to that at some point.
Right.
Mike, you said you had some news you can't use.
Yeah, we teased it in our last episode, and we'll talk about it in this one. Apparently, right now, based on the schedule and all the delays happening from both the writers and actors strikes, and also delays from Marvel just having problems and them needing to work those out. Right now, there's only one movie on the slate for 2024 from Marvel. You know which one it is?
Deadpool.
That's right, Deadpool 3. No other movies in 2024 right now.
I don't like it. But that's probably how it's going to be. The actor strike just ended. And so things are going to be filmed up and wrapped up. But you should expect Captain America to come out probably 2025 at this point.
Yeah, I'm thinking 2025 will probably be a heavier than average year for Marvel.
Yeah, I do too.
And then 2026 will get to the point where they've hopefully worked out their quantity versus quality ratio, and we're at a normal level.
We're getting Echo in January.
Man, I'm so looking forward to Echo.
I think that there are going to be some things in 2024 that we don't know, like a secret this and that that's going to come out to kind of tie us over.
Do you think maybe there's a unannounced X-Men movie coming out in 2024?
Nothing like that.
Okay.
I'm not really sure where it could be, but I'm hoping something. But
when does the unannounced X-Men movie come out?
2027.
I'm thinking 2026.
I don't know. I mean, the schedule's so messed up with the writers'
strike. I think they're starting to put it together right now. Now that the actors and writers' strike is over.
I don't know. I don't even know if they should do X-Men.
Well, they clearly are doing X-Men.
And
you know they should.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm kind of down on it right now.
Why?
I don't know. I just am. It's like, I don't know. If they're not going to do it right, don't do it.
You don't think they're doing it right?
I have no idea what they're doing. No one does.
Okay, so it seems like the multiverse saga is over early. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Okay. So that leaves us with the Secret Wars.
Yeah.
What the heck is Secret Wars?
No idea.
Don't you know that from the comics?
Yeah.
Like, what is it in the comics?
I can't even get into it right now.
Just give us a synopsis.
A universal god shows up and makes superheroes fight each other.
Which universal god?
The Beyonder.
The Beyonder. Okay. So, like a higher level Captain America Civil War type thing?
Way higher than that. Like it's like it doesn't even make any sense. And like there's several.
Now, why are people thinking that maybe Robert Downey Jr. would be back as Iron Man for Secret Wars?
Because people just make stuff up. Where'd you read that?
So that doesn't fit with the comics Secret Wars. Okay.
Listen, I'm done. I don't know what to say. I don't know.
I don't know, dude. I don't know anything about Secret Wars. I'm just.
It's just.
I'm seeing chatter, and I don't know.
I'm so sick. Listen. You have people online who are bored and have no idea what's happening, and so
maybe they're getting Secret Wars confused with the multiverse saga, and they're thinking
they're trying to get hits on YouTube, so they're going to show Robert Downey Jr. in an Iron Man outfit.
Have you seen? There's some YouTuber who keeps talking about the X-Men trailer or something.
So yeah,
it's like it doesn't exist. Dude.
Yeah, he just wants to click.
Yeah,
I refuse to do that. I will always be straight with our listeners.
Yeah, we will.
We have no idea what Marvel is doing. We have no idea what the MCU is
not
doing.
Deceitful.
We have no idea.
No deception.
We make no money from this podcast.
That's right. And yeah.
So, but hey, here's the deal. Something's going to happen in 2024. I'm not sure what. We'll see. But 2024 is going to be a bad
Well,
year.
Deadpool 3 is going to happen.
But 2024 is going to be a bad year for everybody, not just MCU. Everybody. Nothing was filmed this year, so everything's going to be in the back. So we might get something around Christmas time, but that's it. And so, like, it's going to be a bad summer unless you like.
Some people got exceptions.
TV.
Kevin Smith did a movie during the strikes.
He wasn't supposed to do that, was he?
No, he got some kind of a waiver.
What was it? What's the movie?
I don't know. I just heard him talk about it on his podcast.
All right. Well, let's wrap up. All right. That's the Marvels. Thank you very much, everyone. Mike, how can people get this into other people's ears so they can listen to us talk about the Marvels so they can go see the Marvels? Wait. You want to go see the Marvels before you listen to this, so make sure you give a spoiler alert to
now that you've listened to this entire podcast, make sure you go watch the Marvels first.
Yeah, actually, I would be fine with watching the Marvels after this. I don't mind spoilers.
Yeah, you're weird like that.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah, let people know when you share this. Hit that share button. Let people know. This is going to spoil the movie. You haven't seen it already. First, go watch the movie, then listen to this podcast.
Yeah.
It's a dope podcast. It's really interesting. I learned a lot that I didn't already know about the Marvels.
Yeah, I'm good like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm great.
You are.
Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next week for all the loose threads from the MCU.
Yes, loose threads. This is going to be an interesting one. I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be a hard one. I got to start working on it right now.
Yeah, you got some homework to do.
Oh my gosh.